Hello you guys, welcome back to a new video. As you can see by the title of today's video, it's going to be a part 2 to our last one, our last trading video. I will explain to you demand, how it works, examples of common values, and much more. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room. Take a look at me. Yeah, it's gone. My beloved JFIT is gone, but I reassure you, it was for a good cause. Scroll down here. Look at this. Res ball head, ISO, ball guard, Wender, and keyflip. Astronomical W. Whoever I did that to, if you're watching my video, I'm sorry. But like and subscribe, join the Discord, link is in my profile, and let's cut right into the video. Okay, first up on our checklist, we have demand. Now, how does demand work? Or how would I explain it? Explaining it is super easy. Demand, when an item has demand, it means the community is, wanting it. It's sought after. A majority of people want it. A large group of people want it. That means, it has demand, right? What roles does demand play in trading, might you ask? Well, the first one would be the amount of trades you get while trading. If you are trading a low value or low demand item, like Roger's Ace, for example, not many people want to trade with you. There's two reasons why. One is the community doesn't want it. And two, one person wants it. It's, wanting to trade you for it. But they have picked up on the fact that the community says that it has low value and low demand. So they don't want to trade you for it. Now, and there is a little option that happens sometimes. Sometimes that person will be like, well, I do want it. And they'll trade you for it, but they will lowball you because it has low demand. Now, the second role it plays in trading would be the amount of profit you can make. As I said a second ago, low demand equals low balls. What is a low ball? It's an underpay. But high demand, that's where you want to be. High demand equals overpays. Why? Well, because the person wants it. If a person wants an item bad enough, they don't care if they're taking a loss value-wise, because in their eyes, it's a win when they get it. For example, my resurrected ball head. I get some pretty crazy overpay offers for this thing. I don't know why it has high demand, and frankly, I don't care. But it gets overpays. Now, the third role would be the difficulty you have whilst trading. High demand items such as swords, fruits, unobtainables are easier to flip and make profit out of. What's a flip? We'll get into that later. Low demand items are harder to trade and harder to make profit off of. Now, how important is demand? As I said a second ago, demand, low or high, results in the difficulty you will have trading. Mediocre demand, or in the middle, where it's not low, not high, you'll have an okay time. It'll be, normal. If you're trading with only low demand items, I'd say it'd be a lot harder. In high demand items, it's much easier. That's demand for you. Okay, so moving on to some examples of some common base values of items that are stable. They've been stable for a long time, or easy to flip with. My first example would be a fruit bag. Now let's go in the shop. You can see you can get a fruit bag for 500 Robux, or you can obtain it by trading. But the easiest, most beginner-friendly way to flip is to somehow get your hands on a fruit bag and trade it for Pika, which is slightly above fruit bag. But the value is small enough that it is above fruit bag with that you can get it for fruit bag alone. And once you have that Pika, you can trade it for fruit bag ads. Super easy flip. You can continue doing this to the end of time. No joke. Another easy thing to do with your Pika is trade it for hoverboard. Now the value is much more different between, comparing to fruit bag for Pika, Pika for hoverboard. Hoverboard is much higher than compared to the latter option. But now a lot of new traders will buy a hoverboard and trade it for Pika. That makes it easy to flip. Or you can trade Pika small ads from your flipping with fruit bags and Pika for hoverboard, then trade hoverboard for Pika and pink ads. Super duper easy thing to do. Very doable. I've done it a bunch of times myself. I think it's easy. Now another example of an easy few items to flip would be Coffin Boat and Striker. Now, Striker is a tiny bit above Coffin Boat, nothing big at all, and it's tiny enough to where there is trades where you can get Striker for Coffin alone. So if you trade your Coffin Boat for Striker, then Striker for Coffin Boat ads, that is a flip. That is a continuous flip. These, the values of these items, they never change. I don't see them change really ever. Another very stable item, a very common value, is Jesterfit. Jesterfit is worth All-Seeing Eye, and currently All-Seeing Eye and M-Chest, or Mythic Chest, would be a fair trade. Now once you get your Jesterfit, you can trade it for All-Seeing Eye, M-Chest, and small ads, and keep doing that over and over and over. Now, I'll put some screenshots of some items that you want to stay away from on the screen real quick. Now, why would you want to stay away from them? Because they are dropping in value and demand, and that's scary. Even if you're taking what seems to be a W trade, if it has any of these items shown on screen in the trade, don't take it. Because whilst you're taking a trade, not only should you think of the value of the offer you're getting, but the demand as well. Okay, now let's show you guys some examples of flips and explain it in detail. What is a flip, or flipping for profit? Well, an example here is you can see I traded Jesterfit and Iceborne Katana for Flowers, Kikoku, World Ender, and this. I then traded World Ender, Kikoku, and Flowers for Buddha and Jesterfit, which Buddha has substantially much more value than Iceborne Katana. So, how did I make profit here? First of all, I got this for free, so that's a bonus. But I took what I got from that trade, right? Took what I got, and I traded it for something better than what I originally traded for the Flowers, Kikoku, and World Ender. That is a flip. Now, sometimes flips are hard to find. You will need patience. Patience is a virtue, but it's a great thing to have. Sometimes they don't take time, sometimes you can find them super easily. But my example of a flip could be like what I was talking about in the last clip, where I could, per se, trade Fruit Bag for Pika. Now, Fruit Bag has a little less value than Pika, as I said. I'll trade Fruit Bag for Pika, then Pika for Fruit Bag ads. Right? And I can just keep doing this forever. That's a flip. Just simple as that. Now let's show some examples of a flip.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trick 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I know there's only 2 flips in the last clip section. There was supposed to be 3, but the footage got corrupted. So that sucks. But let's move on to a segment of the video where I just talk about tips and some knowledge that I've learned that I didn't share in the last one. Now, number 1 would be, once you find a W trade, you secure the W trade. But maybe the person you're trading, is still a little antsy about it. And this trade is a big W for you. Always ask them to add a dark root or a stat reset essence or SP. Why? That is to 1, make sure that you aren't showing too much interest in their trade. Because if you're, desperate and going, me want now, they are going to instantly know that, hey, if he wants this so bad, this can't be a win for me. And second of all, by you asking them to add just a little, it makes them feel as if they are not losing much or it is fair. Now, second tip, instead of asking someone, in a trade, instead of just saying, add, me want add, say, do you have anything with more value? Why would I say that, Darky? Well, first of all, have some fucking manners, jokes aside, but personally, I'll say it's from my standing point of view, I don't like when people say, add, no, add, me want add. I find it much more tolerable and pleasant when someone asks me if I have anything with more value, because I usually do. My third tip, very simple one, something all of you should be doing. Be polite. That's it. Super simple. It's super simple to be polite. Let's switch seats here. Being polite is super easy, and it gets you a very long way. 4, if you see a great offer on Discord or in game, and the offer is just absolutely insane, do not insta accept. Referring back to the first tip, they will see how desperate you are for the offer, and there's a very big chance that they will decline. Because when someone sees that you are showing so much interest in their offer and that you want it so bad and that you need it, that instantly tells them one of 2 things. I'm taking a huge loss right now. I'm taking a huge loss. Or that, well, you simply want it. But it's usually the first one. Do not insta accept. Instead, make conversation. Referring back to the first point again, ask for a dark root or an SP. If, say if they're offering you, Pterodon, be like, oh, do you have a dark root with that? Just make conversation. Play it down. Don't show them how desperate you are, because this sounds a little far, sounds a little stretched out, but if someone sees that you want what they have really bad, they'll usually say no to your trade offer. 6, another super easy tip, use the Discord. And use the search tool that I showed you how to use in the first video. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out right now, please. Super easy. It's an amazing tool. It helps you find all sorts of offers that you maybe will miss in the trading chats because stuff is just going so fast and just flying around. Use the search tool. Next, final tip. This I will never stop saying this. Do not click links that people send you. Don't click server invites. Don't click audio files. Don't click YouTube videos. Do not click anything. Don't do it. No matter how convincing it looks, even if it's not a scam, just don't take the risk. There are so many people. I think there's 5 people in my server who have been, had their account beamed in the past week. That's no joke. You guys are seeing this. Never click links, audio files, server invites, a video of any sort, link to tutorial videos. Don't do any of it. Now that is just some tips I've learned, but you know, me being a YouTuber and all, I might want to make a part 3. Alrighty guys, that will be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, ring the bell so you are notified whenever I post another mediocre video that's not very funny. But join the Discord, link is in my profile. If it is expired, please tell me, I will fix it. If you liked this video, if you liked the previous video, comment down below part 3 goober. Part 3 goober. Yeah, do that. But thank you guys for watching. God bless you, and I will see you in my next piece of content.